Good morning, welcome back to Southport RC. Thanks very much for joining us. We are out again this morning with the DE25 from Holystone, and there is an F11 Pro in the air. We're going to pop this one up beside it, and so you can have a quick look to see the difference in size. The flight controllers etc. are exactly the same, but this one's brushed, that one's brushless. Okay, let's get her in the air. Give her a second, just let her sit there, check the GPS, give her a little bit of rotation. Alright, now let's put her in front of the Pro. And we'll start some video recording. That is recording from the onboard. So you can see the size difference. It's quite a lot smaller. Ignore that little camera on the back of the F11 Pro, that's just an extra cam, that doesn't come with the drone. But you can see that it's much smaller, and it has the brushed motors. It's actually noisier than the Pro, which is quite surprising. I've been flying this now for a couple of 3 months, and got to say, it's really fun to fly. Really is fun to fly. Now, I've discovered that even though it's not actually listed in the settings, this does have an orbit mode. I've learnt this from the F11 Pro, that if you double tap the shoulder buttons, it'll beep and the little front light will flash there. Then move your radius and your settings for your height, and then double tap the two again, and she will orbit. Now you can change the radius of that before going. You can bring her down, bring her out, so she'll now orbit. There she goes. She's just doing a little orbit. Now, it's not the most stable and central pointing orbit I've ever seen, but at least it's actually doing an orbit of the location you set it from. That's quite good. Not listed in the instructions as far as I'm aware. Just double tap the shoulder buttons again to take her out of that. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew about that, because it is quite a nice little function. And this does seem to have the same flight controller as the F11 Pro, minus the brush system alert. But the GPS on this thing is actually pretty stable. I don't calibrate it every time I come out. Home with this one, it comes back every time, no problem at all. And it's got a really quite a nice long flight time. Even when you're recording, you get a nice lengthy flight time out of it, and spare batteries are available as long as you don't mind waiting 8 weeks at customs in the UK at the moment, because customs seems to have stopped allowing batteries into the country. So there she is, sat in the hover. Really good fun this is. Yeah, there are a lot of drones very similar to this. The SJRC Z5 is almost exactly the same as this, but this runs on 2.4 gigahertz. So if you haven't got a 5G phone, which can be a problem if you haven't got an up-to-date ultra modern phone and you haven't got 5G, this is a very good option because it runs on 2.4. So you won't get quite the distance on the video range on 2.4, but at least you don't have to go out and spend 500 quid on a phone. See if we can do some low level. Don't know how low she'll go without hitting the floor. Well, not too bad. Not bad at all. Well, I'll leave you with some video footage from the drone. Don't expect too much. It is in 1080p, but it's not stabilised. So enjoy the video footage, and I'll join you next time on Southpaw RC.